first, you can.
You can go first, Steve.
Yeah, all right. I'm bringing a person, just like I normally do. Sadly, not okay, it's not nautical themed, but it might have a little bit of water involved.
I have shipping in mind, so we're covered.
Oh, good. Perfect. Thank God. I would have felt really bad if I didn't. I am bringing Miss Audrey Munson. Have you ever heard of this person?
No.
You have seen this person more than you believe. More than you would believe.
Audrey Munson?
Is
Audrey
she like the...
Munson, born 1891.
Can I guess?
The football coach
You wanna
at
guess?
St. Joseph by the Sea High School was named Mr. Munson.
Coach
I don't,
Munson was Todd.
no, I don't
dude.
think there's a
excuse
direct
me.
relation
You're
to this
right.
person, but
Hold
go
on,
ahead.
wait.
Yeah.
Is this the woman who posed for the Statue of Liberty?
It is heralded as the world's most famous model in the early 20th century.
Am I right?
Brain?
I'm not sure if it was the Statue of Liberty, but
Okay.
there's a good chance
nail it?
because, yeah, it probably is.
I honestly don't know, but because he said you've seen it more than you would think.
But even if it's not for the Statue of Liberty, you still have.
When was it? Did you
This
say?
is 1891.
That's in the right time period.
It is the right time period, but was not in France.
Yeah, that could have done.
So she was actually in New York.
Okay.
And in fact, early 20th century, posed for many sculptures and monuments.
Okay.
But let's go into her life here.
Yeah.
Famous model.
Is she hot?
She was okay.
I'm looking now. I was thinking about this the other day.
Yeah.
Whenever you go far back, have you ever looked at like a woman in like the 1920s or something in a photo and been like, that's a real hottie? I find it so rare.
Occasionally.
Sometimes
it is rare. Yeah. There are I've seen like restored photos. Like you never see like a black and white photo of like hot chicks.
Yeah.
But for some reason, like if they get restored, there's just something about that makes it more real and more gooder.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
More gooder.
Yeah.
More goods.
Yeah.
So, Audrey Marie Munson, also known as the most famous art model in the world, nicknamed Miss Manhattan.
Miss Manhattan.
Miss Manhattan, born
In
1891.
relation to the doctor.
She loves big blue dick.
Born in Rochester, New York, her parents split at a young age, and she was brought to Manhattan to live in a boarding house. Now, her career kind of happened by accident. She was walking down a New York street, and I believe, down Broadway.
And someone noticed how nice
Random
her hands
dude.
were.
Random dude approaches her and was like, "Hey, can I photograph you?"
All right.
And she was creeped out, like, okay, I guess, you know. And he's just like taking pictures, and he's obsessed with her. Photographs, yeah. So really
Probably
early
took
on.
an hour and a half.
Yeah. So took some
He had
time.
to break the glass plates.
And he was like, "Are you a model?" and asking all these weird questions, and she's just like, "No."
If you come with me, hold
Why
on.
have photographers had the same tactic?
Since the 1800s.
This guy's like public agent.
Yeah.
I offer you 12,000 Czech krona. You show me your tits.
This gets really crazy because he gets these pictures taken and wants to keep doing more photography sessions, so much so that he starts introducing her to the art and photography world. So if she's meeting photographers, painters, sculptors specifically, is the thing that became famous for her. She meets Isidore Conti, Konti, a famous sculptor.
Oh.
That name's familiar.
Yeah.
And this is where her career takes off. So
Her clothes took off too.
yeah. In fact, she is the first woman nude
To be on the
in a
casting
movie.
couch.
In a movie.
Really?
Oh, she's the first stag film?
I thought that was
first nude woman.
Hedy Lamarr.
First full nude woman.
Headley?
Not just
but-
topless, full nude.
This is okay. Yeah, Hedy Lamarr had her tits out.
Really?
Yeah.
But I'll give you the year
you know the movie?
later on.
I don't know. I thought you would know.
Yeah, aren't you a film guy?
You're the movie guy.
I don't keep the history of nudes in film in my head.
Look up
I'm
Hedy-
not Mr. Skin, dude.
Look up Hedy Lamarr. She invented radar.
That I knew.
Yeah.
Do you know, real quick, this is interesting. I had her granddaughter in my feature film, and
Hedy
we had to
Lamarr?
cut the scenes.
Why'd you
Yeah.
have to cut the scenes? Did she have her tits out?
Kind of.
Wait, was this the one that was like the reporter?
Yes.
She was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She hated you.
No, she liked me. She was not one of the ones that hated me.
Oh.
We actually got along well. Like I drove her back to
Yeah.
Manhattan. She does stand up now, I think, in LA.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I actually would love to get her on the show to talk. Like I think she's a really cool person. But
Why'd you cut that?
it just
Didn't fit.
It didn't fit the movie and it didn't come out as intended. And
right.
in an amateur movie, that stuff ended up being the most amateur. So it just had to go.
Yeah, it had like me making faces in the background or something, right?
Yeah, it just didn't go as intended, you know? And like it just had to die. But she is actually Hedy Lamar's
Wow.
like granddaughter. Yeah, her great granddaughter.
she went to the rap party.
Yeah, she did.
Yes, I remember that.
Wow. Well, anyway, Munson. You can see Munson basically across the United States nationally, but the most sculptures you will see this person is in New York City, hence Miss New York. Some of the more famous ones that you will see, you've walked past them a million times. Do you know when you get off the South Ferry and there's a courthouse right there?
Yeah, the homeless guy, he shits
The
there.
homeless
This
guy
g's
shits there all the time?
Homeless Bill. He
I think it might be a
shits there.
museum sometimes as well. Like they
This
have
is
an
my toilet.
an indigenous museum right there.
of my house.
She's sitting right there. She's sitting right there. If you've ever been to the Met, there's a really cool sculpture of like death. She's the base of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's all over the place. You could see the sculptures
okay.
there.
She's
I will
insanely
show. I will
prolific.
show
And I have it
the
up.
pictures. Yeah, I would. Yeah, very prolific. Like she's everywhere. If you've ever seen a sculpture,
Did you
there's
know
a good
this?
chance. Before searching? No.
Yeah. Where did you get all this
No,
info?
I was looking for somebody cool, and I'm like, this is the person I found. And she started silent films after this in 1915. In fact, right before that, what really also set her off, she was the model of choice for the Panama Pacific International Exposition. So all bunch of sculptors went there and just sculpted
All
her.
sculpted her.
They just sculpted her, and these works were sent out all over the world. So she's everywhere.
She loves just being nude.
Being new.
Being nude, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why all like sculptures kind of look the same?
Yes.
it's
It's all the
literally
same
the
woman.
same person.
Yes, yes. Because how many nude women were posing for this in late 1800s?
Right.
Very little. So 1915 rolls around, and she does silent film. She starred in 4 films: Inspiration, Purity, Girl O' Dreams, wink wink,
That's the fun one.
and Heedless Moths.
The funny thing is, I'm looking now. That's the only one without a Wikipedia page. So it must be a lost film.
Yeah, probably. She became the first woman in America to appear nude in a film in 1915.
wow.
Very early.
Look at my hairy vagina.
She was praised
It
by
looks like the
newspapers.
Kaiser's beard.
Listen to this. This is what they said about her. The transcendent embodiment of feminine grace and beauty. That's what she was.
Wow.
That's, yeah.
Is that so much better than saying she's fucking hot?
right?
She is
Oh, she's
beauty.
gorgeous.
She is beauty. She
Grace.
is grace. Everywhere you look,
Her
you
tits
see
in
her
your
face.
face.
I like yours better.
Yeah. So after the silent films, it kind of went downhill for this lady.
She hit the wall.
she turned 30.
No, it got worse than that. 1919, she was living in a boarding house, which belongs to a Dr.
Wait,
Walter.
I want you to think about this statement.
Yeah.
She's a famous supermodel throughout
Well, she's
the
the
world.
first supermodel.
She's the first, but she's famous. She's in movies and stuff.
Right.
Only in 4.
She's living in a boarding house at the end of this.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, I don't.
You're
think,
also thinking that
in those
movies are
days,
huge
yeah, they
right
don't
now.
make a lot
Movies-
of money.
It's
right?
1915.
I don't
But
think there's such things as
She's not,
royalty.
she's not famous. She's the first supermodel. She has sculptures everywhere, but she's not getting paid a lot per sculpture. She's getting paid to pose like once or twice.
She couldn't get no man.
Well, here's the thing. She was living with her mother in the boarding house, owned by Dr. Walter Keene Wilkins. Wilkins falls in love with Munson.
Okay.
Wilkins decides the best way to get this woman is to murder
Take up
his wife.
photography.
Oh my God.
Wait.
Yes. Even though they've never really were involved romantically or socially. They never really spoke that much.
So
but she was so beautiful, he murders The wife.
So he's
His
going
wife.
by like King Henry rules.
He's straight like, I gotta kill my wife to get her.
My wife must die.
That's the move.
Anne Boleyn.
Wow.
Sadly-
Dr. Wilkins.
sadly,
I
he's
think you need to
convicted
rethink some things.
Sadly, he's convicted of murder and hangs himself.
What jury would try this man? How hot is she?
You know,
Like,
when you
is
see
she like-
pictures, it's not that
Is
crazy.
she like Alexandra Daddario? I'd be like, look, he shouldn't have done it, but
you know,
we
maybe
all
she was.
understand, right?
Maybe she's the Daddario of this age.
Am I gay? I don't know who that is.
Yes.
Yeah, you're gay.
She. All right. Do you know True Detective?
Yes.
You know the young chick who had giant tits and shoved them in like Woody Harrelson's face,
Yeah, that's her.
Okay.
and
she's
Woody
gorgeous.
Harrelson's like eating her ass.
Yes.
I love that whole show in the first season. It's like Woody Harrelson's just like, I'm gonna get like hot actresses. I'm just gonna shove my face in their ass.
Should be great.
Like it happens like multiple times, right?
Yeah.
It's good to be the king.
She left a bag.
bag.
Or a line.
She's got a bag.
So this guy kills himself to escape the electric chair. Makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
He kills
didn't
himself.
wanna get
He
shot.
didn't wanna
He's
get-
gonna die
He's gonna die
anyway.
anyway. But
But he saw what fucking Thomas Edison did to that elephant.
Yeah. You
Here's
don't
what I
want-
want to know.
This is early, man.
Here's what I want to know. What did he know
About Hillary Clinton.
I was actually going to say, Thomas Edison. He went to Edison Island.
Yeah.
Roosevelt Island. He went to Roosevelt Island.
Although Island. Wilkinson didn't kill himself.
Eleanor did it. What was Teddy Roosevelt's wife's name?
I don't know. Oh, she died. She died before he was the president.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he one of the few presidents to not have a wife in office?
He may have remarried. Actually, he probably did. I'm not sure. But I know his first wife and his mother died on the same day, and he wrote in his diary, "The light has gone out of my life."
Yeah, that's fucking.
And then he went to the West. He went to like South Dakota.
That's so
became
The
a
light
cowboy.
went out because he was so tired. He killed 2 women. That's a lot.
That's why he invented electricity.
His first wife was Alice Hathaway Lee Roosevelt. She died after 4 years of marriage.
Oh my god.
And then his next one was Edith Kermit Carrow
yes.
Roosevelt.
Yes, I did know that.
That's her name.
She died in 1919.
Mm-hmm.
Her last words were, "Yay!" You can't put Kermit in your name and have that
expect
not
to-
happen.
Yeah. She sound on logs a lot. Oh my god.
Wowza.
The banjo. All right. Well, back to Munson. So this guy kills himself, and because of it, her career and reputation is like slandered. It's like, this is why he
She's a
killed
harlot,
himself.
a temptress.
She's a harlot, a temptress, and nobody hires her. So the mother has to like do really like horrible work. I think at one point she was like a
She
ticket
can't do
stand
work.
worker.
I'm
No,
too
she was
hot.
working, but nobody wanted to hire her because they were scared she was going to get them killed or arrested and all this.
She
And
would only get their wives
mind you,
killed.
she was posing naked in movies before this was a thing, so she was seen as evil.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
The embodiment of lust.
Her mother was selling kitchenware door to door, and in
We smirched this family's name.
here's where it goes really bad.
Okay.
1919, she loses her mind and tries to kill herself. Very sad. Doesn't succeed, but because of this,
So she was only capable of just being hot.
that's it.
She couldn't
was
even
the,
kill
the
herself.
world's first supermodel. This is like a cautionary tale, really.
So what happens to
Now
her?
she's a spinster.
This is what actually like shocked
She's
me.
leaving guys after being with them for 8 years.
In 1922, she tries to kill herself. 8 years later, her mental state is deteriorating, and her mother puts her in a home.
Wow.
Yeah,
She's
a
gone mad.
psychiatric
She's gone
hospital.
mad.
She's insane, mind you. This is the 1930s.
So I'm wondering, is
she's
this-
actually pretty young at this point.
Is there something to the idea that the hotter the chick, the crazier she is?
Yes.
Well,
mean,
she
that's
was
true.
put in.
That's true.
She was
Yes.
put in this home at 40 years old, right? This actually shocked me. 40 years old, she was in the psychiatric hospital until her death at 104
104.
So she was there.
for like 60 something years.
She could have went
So
back to Titanic.
She's our contemporary? Like she lived while we were alive? Holy
Yeah,
shit.
she died in 1996.
wow.
She was alive. Yeah.
She could have went back to Titanic with Bill Paxton.
Now,
Yes.
I found
From
out
the heart of the ocean in.
they did a nice sign that we could actually go see. It's in New York. Heralded as the world's most famous model in the early 20th century. Posed for many sculptures. You could see. I'll put it up on the screen.
Audrey Munson.
Yeah.
Is that in Rochester?
Because she was buried in an unmarked grave, her ashes.
Oh
and
my God.
Then they found out who she was.
Wait, it's 1997. You couldn't do like a second of research.
Well, they found out who she was, and then they gave her. They fixed that up. Yeah, they fucked it up pretty bad. It's really brutal and it's sad, but you see her everywhere. You know, it's crazy. And
I
she
imagine that
lived
could
on
be
the floor.
quite maddening.
I also found out something that kind of it opened a little bit conspiracy theory to me.
Okay.
She would escape the psychiatric hospital and go to bars. She would just go out drinking, and they would catch her and like have to bring her back and stuff.
Silver alerts.
Basically, yeah. Which is to me is like, how do you know enough to like find your way and go drinking and like do that? But still need to live in a home.
Do you remember when Jack Nicholson broke all the guys out of the thing and brought them fishing?
Yes.
That was her.
Like, they needed to go back though. You know?
Yeah. You're right. All right. She can go out for a drink or two, but you gotta go.
Should Jack Nicholson have escaped?
Should he have escaped?
Like, do you think
what
he
a
was-
sleepy fuck? He ruined everything. The chief. Oh my God.
No,
You know?
but like, all right, Jack.
That door, that stupid window was open all night, and dumbass took a nap.
No, what I'm saying is, do you think Jack Nicholson was capable of living in society in Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah, he was faking it.
Obviously, but he wasn't a good person. Like, he was a criminal.
Yeah, he's a
right?
criminal. But he didn't deserve what Nurse Ratched did to him.
You know what's funny?
And certainly poor Billy Bibbit.
Oh, Billy Bibbit. He deserved better. Raise your hand if you want to watch the World Series.
Mac mentioned something about a World Series. I've never seen one of those.
That movie's amazing.
It's one of the
Now
best
I want to
movies
watch
ever.
it. Now I want to watch it.
Chief, put your hand up. How strong is Chief?
Juji fruit.
Yes.
Oh,
Chief is superhuman.
He fucking pulled that sink up.
He's
And
superhuman.
does he throw it through?
He throws it through
Yeah.
through a steel like gate.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
like Hulk-like strength. He's like
the
the
chief.
strongest man ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
Danny
my
DeVito
story
throws
of
the basketball
was-
at the
That was the
fence.
story
good.
of Audrey Munson. That's the reason why you see tits in film nowadays and nudity, and you love them. And that's also
Yeah.
why you get amazing sculptures and works of art. It's her. She's the first supermodel.
You know what's funny?
Horrible end.
There have been other famous models and stuff. Her work will last longer, probably.
Forever.
It's in stone.
It's
It'll
in
last
stone.
forever,
It's
dude.
forever. It's going to be preserved.
Her portrait and her body and frame is legit in some of the most important places in New York City.
Wow.
She's not shaved though.
Like, I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Shaved.
She
See your
might have
body.
been. She might have been. But I saw a quick clip of the nude one, the nude scene, and it's
jerked
nothing
it?
special. No.
You didn't like it?
It's nothing crazy. I think the sculptures make her look a lot better than she really was, which makes no sense. Maybe she was a floozy.
She's a photo face.
Is she a
Who knows?
butterface, Steve?
Huh?
Is she a butterface?
Well, do you want to see a picture of her?
Yeah.
I think.
I think
Maybe.
we've earned that. I think we
Yeah.
deserve to
I
see a
think you
photo.
do.
Is
of
her
the young
nude
lady.
scenes on YouTube?
You might be able to find them.
She's a pretty woman.
She's pretty, but I don't think that's a supermodel.
Sure it is.
You know, I'll show the
Look, they didn't invent
camera.
conditioner yet, but fucking
Soap was brand
hot.
new.
Yeah.
How about one more? We'll do one more.
There's no deodorant. Everybody must have smelled so bad, like pre 1970.
What do you
one
got? What do you got? That's not her best picture.
No, she's okay. She's okay.
Is she the fucking is it Paramount? Not
Oh,
Paramount.
Columbia.
Columbia.
She's not Columbia.
That's
her.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some really I've seen her all over the place, and I highly recommend especially if you live in New York City, look her up. Look up the sculptures that she was based off
She
of.
is the Columbia
It's wild.
triumphant in New York. Like the gold statue. You've
Right.
seen it.
Yeah.
That's her. But she's not, the logo.